Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Rachel and I am knitting. Not right now, but most of the time, and I have been knitting, so I'm going to tell you all about it. Today's video is episode 36 of my weekly podcast, which is a series where I show progress and updates and chat about my knitting, my crafting, my making progress on whatever projects that I've been working on over the course of the past week. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss future content. You never know, I could talk about something that will change your life. Doubtful, but you know, take a chance. So anyway, welcome to the podcast. I'm glad you're here, and I have some fun things to chat to you about. Most notably, project updates. So let's start the podcast, as I always do, with project updates. But first I'll tell you that this podcast covers my making progress from November 24th. Yeah, November 24th through Sunday, December 1st. I can't believe that we were in December. That's just nutso butso. So I have my podcast notes here, my notes on all of my projects and other things that I want to tell you about. So hopefully I'll stay on track and we'll get through this together. So project updates. The first project that I have to update you on is what I'm wearing. This is my rainy day tee. This is designed by Sari Nordlund, and I knit it up in yarn from Treehouse Knits. Before I talk to you about it, let me just show you what it looks like on my body. It's been a minute since I've been able to do this, so please do enjoy. All right, that's enough of that. Let's come back down to earth. So my rainy day tee, it is done. Almost done. I still need to block it, but after I finished weaving in the ends this morning, I put it on and I couldn't take it off. Interesting, actually, while I was weaving in the ends and while I was finishing it, I was wearing my California sweater, which is a full-length sleeve sweater. I knit it with one strand of fingering weight merino and one strand of lace weight Sari. So it's very cozy, very, very comfy and soft. Anyway, I was wearing that while I was finishing the rainy day tee. Took off the California sweater to put on the rainy day tee, and I have not taken it off since. When I first put it on, I was used to the California sweater being full-length sleeves, so my arms were kind of cold. It was a little chilly this morning, and I was briefly debating whether or not I should add length to the sleeves and make them full length. But since this morning, I am very confident in my decision to leave the sleeves at the current length. I think that they'll be great. They're perfect. And once I was moving around and not just sitting still, I was perfectly warm and happy. So very, very happy with my rainy day tee. I don't have all of the specs, like in terms of how much yarn I used weight-wise, like not precise, but I do know that I used 5 skeins, nearly 5 full skeins. I have 1 skein left on my yarn wall. And I really thought that I was going to dip into that 6th skein because I have like a gram or 2 left of the 5th skein that I was working on. And if I had knit this to be full length in terms of the body, I would absolutely have dipped into that 6th skein. But since this is just slightly cropped, I was able to skirt by with just 5 skeins. So I want to say a huge thank you to Lauren of Treehouse Knits. Not only does she provide me yarn support, she sends me yarn in order to help promote her pre-order collections, but she went above and beyond with sending me yarn for this. Initially, I thought I would need 4 skeins. She sent it to me. I was working it up ahead of the Season of the Stitch pre-order. It was going beautifully, going smoothly, but I did notice that my tension was quite tight, which I've talked about on the podcast before. Anyway, all that to say, I lost yarn chicken with the initial 4 skeins she sent me, and then she sent me an additional 2 skeins of this colorway. It's called A Curse I Can't Break on her Dove DK base, and I was able to finish this. I'm not sure what I'll do with that extra skein that I have now. I may save it in case I want to add length to the body. I haven't tried this on with jeans, so it might just be a little bit too cropped. It might just be just right. I'm not sure yet. But if I do end up wanting to add length either to the body, or maybe one day I'll change my mind and I will want to add length to the sleeves, I do have a skein available to do that. And if not, I'll turn it into a different beautiful one skein project, or maybe use as color work. I have a lot of other Treehouse Knits yarn that I could pair it with. So huge thank you. Thank you, Lauren, for the yarn for this project. I love how it turned out, and probably later today I will block it. I will be responsible. I will put the finishing touches on it, mostly because I am not going to mark it as a finished object on my Ravelry project page until it is blocked. So just for my own satisfaction, definitely want to block it today so I can get this off of my active project tier on my Ravelry project page. As you know, in December, I am chasing a goal of finishing my whips, clearing my needles, except for whatever I cast on Christmas Day. And this was one of the projects that I needed to finish in order to meet that goal. So I am one step closer to having my needles cleared off. So I'm very, very happy, very, very, very happy with how this turned out. And I can't recommend this pattern highly enough. I will be filming an FO diary, which is a series that I do going through recently finished objects I've made, what I thought about the pattern, things I would change or I wish were different, yada, yada, yada. So I will be doing that. I'm so behind on my FO diaries, as with so many things in life, but one day I will make an FO diary devoted to the rainy day tee. It's a DK weight pattern. The pattern is written for one strand of fingering weight with one strand of lace weight. I just used one strand of DK weight. My tension, I'll go over it all in detail. But all this to say, I love this garment. I'm so, so happy with how it turned out. The color is so beautiful. The fit is perfect. I'm just very happy. So rainy day tee, all done, just needs a block, and that will happen later today. All right, the next sweater, or the next project that I have to update you on, not all my projects are sweaters, most of them aren't, but this is also towards my goal of finishing my projects in the month of December, and this project to update you is the sea glass tee. So let me unzip this and I'll show you how far I've gotten. If you've been watching my Vlogmas episodes, yesterday's Vlogmas, which will now be 2 days from now by the time this podcast goes live. So the first day of Vlogmas, December 1st, I showed everyone my progress. So if you watch that, you already know how far I've gotten. But if not, allow me to introduce you to the completed body of my sea glass sweater. Yay! It's kind of long, but as I was trying it on, and as I've mentioned to you on the podcast before, the ease is not as drapey as I would like. I'm really, really hoping that it relaxes with blocking, but the body is quite long. So that might, I don't know, it might all shake out once I block it. If I gain some width, I may lose some length. That's fine. But I've not only finished the body, but I have also woven in the majority of the ends, like 99.9% of the ends. The only ends that I have not yet woven in, look how good that looks, are this bunch here at the collar, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this collar. If I'm going to rip it back and reknit it, if I'm going to pick up stitches and like sandwich this current collar, if I'm just going to sew elastic through, not sure yet. So I just left those ends unattended to give my future self options without having the headache of dealing with ends that are already woven in. And then I also did not weave in like ends that are right on the, or maybe I did. No, I didn't. Like here, right here on the armpit area, I didn't weave those in yet because I don't want to make it more complicated or cumbersome when I'm picking up the underarm stitches on this armhole. So basically all the ends except a very sparse few are woven in, and that was a task. That was a task, but I did it all in one day, I think. I don't know. Time isn't real. But yeah, very good progress on the sea glass tee. I'm not going to try it on for you just because I don't want to, because I'm so comfy cozy in my rainy day tee. But significant progress on the sea glass. This is where my progress was last week. No, it might have been this, well, where was it? It was one of these two fuchsia stitch markers. So either I did this much progress or this much progress since last week's podcast. Doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I finished the body either way. So really happy with that. Now this project only needs sleeves, and it will join, well, sleeves and like weaving in the ends and blocking, etc. Boring, but you know, all that important stuff to join the ranks of my rainy day tee in the lineup of projects that I'm racing to finish in the month of December. So I'm making really, really good progress. So there's an update on my sea glass. The next project that I have to update you on is a project that I had planned to devote my Thanksgiving break to, but the rainy day tee just kind of, I don't know, it consumed my thoughts and my knitting time. But this week, I'm definitely going to finish this project and two other Christmas stockings. This is from, what's the pattern called? Christmas Stocking Pack? Let me see. Okay, it's from the Christmas Stocking Collection pattern by Michelle Hunter, and this is a collection of 6 Christmas stocking patterns in one. So you only pay once. I think it's like $15 for all 6, and you get a snowman motif, a red truck motif, a reindeer, an angel, snowflake. Am I forgetting one? Christmas tree. I think that's all of them. But anyway, I'm making 3 of them for a commission. So this one is going to be a snowman, and I'm almost done with a heel, so just shy of halfway through on this first one. Last year I made a video going over how much a commissioned hand knit stocking would cost based on time. It takes about 6 to 8 hours for me to make one stocking. So with that in mind, I can definitely finish all 3 of them this week. Obviously not in 6 to 8 hour chunks, isolated chunks, just like throughout the day when I have little bits of knitting time. That's a project that I will be working on, even though I wish that it weren't, but it has to be. It's for a commission. It needs to get done. It's Christmas time. Let's go. But you know, as soon as it's not a knit for enjoyment, it just feels like your yarn weighs 1,000,000 pounds and your needles are made of bricks, and it's just like such a slog. But really, in the grand scheme of things, they're going to be quick. I just need to get them done. So that is the third project, and then I have 2 more. Why did I put 3 fingers up? I have 2 more projects that are done to show you, but really 4 items. So if you aren't watching my Vlogmas series, more power to you. Not everyone loves Vlogmas. So I'll just update you as if you're not watching it. But if you are watching, sorry to be redundant. But basically, Leslie sent me a scrappy advent from her own yarn collection. She came up with 26, I'm pretty sure there's 26, different little 20 grams worth of yarn. This is for day 9, which I'll get to next week. Anyway, so I'm opening each day one by one. So yesterday I opened up bag number 1. Today I opened up bag number 2. And they're a total mystery to me what's in these bags. So each day I'm finding yarn from my own collection that I think would go well with what I opened up in the mystery bag. And then I'm cranking a pair of socks with the 2 together, with the mini as the accent color or the contrast color, and the option from my own collection as the main color. So yesterday, the mystery color was this really pretty pink called Glitzy from Ruby and Roses, and I paired it with Practical Magic from Treehouse Knits. I think they turned out so cute. So if you want to watch the installment of Vlogmas where I crank this pair of socks, I'll link it up at the top of the video so you can click over and watch it at your convenience. So that is a finished object. Advent socks for Advent Day 1. And then today, I've been a busy bee today, let me tell you what. Today, I opened up this mini. This is Velvet from Cesium Yarn. And because I know my stuff, I know that this is a 4-ply skein of Cesium, meaning that there's no nylon in it, or at least at the time that this base was distributed, no nylon. So I opted to only use it on the cuffs for today's socks. So I paired this with something new, which is a beautifully blue speckled colorway from Kimbers Cozy Creations. And I just think these look so fun and wintry. Really like how they turned out. I was second guessing myself a little bit when I saw them finished, and it just, I don't know, it's not what I'm used to, seeing contrast at the cuff, but no contrast on the heel or the toe. But they're definitely growing on me. I like them a lot. So that was today's Advent adventure. If you want to watch this video, it should have gone live on December 2nd. This podcast should go live on December 3rd, so I'll also link the video of me cranking this pair of socks at the top of the video for you if you're interested in watching that. But again, I know Vlogmas isn't for everyone. It doesn't have to be for you. So basically, I'm going to try to still do podcasts during the month of December. And then I'll do, you know, my daily cranking video with this fun little mystery extravaganza. So those are the projects that I have to update you on. Finished rainy day tee, check. Finished the body on the sea glass sweater, nearing the check. Christmas stocking, good progress. Gonna finish that this week, and it's 2 buddies and then 2 pairs of socks. It feels good to be back to cranking. I have not cranked in months, not since March or April. So I was definitely rusty yesterday. I still made some mistakes today, but I think every day is going to be onward and upward, a little bit better than the day before. And I'm really excited to see what tomorrow will bring, except actually I'm not going to, I probably won't crank or film tomorrow. I probably will double up on Wednesday. So just because that's sometimes how the cookie crumbles, you know? But anyway, that's all I have for project updates, which leads me to my next section, which is a different section than normal. Talk about Vlogmas. I've already talked about it a little bit, but just to reiterate, there won't be a Vlogmas episode today. If you're watching the podcast the day that it is uploaded on Tuesday, December 3rd, no Vlogmas episode today, but come back here tomorrow for, what did I just say? Tuesday, December 3rd. Yeah, no Vlogmas on Tuesday. On Wednesday, December 4th, should be back to normal. But again, you know, it could always change. It could always change. I'm a busy little bee, as I've said, so you never know what's going to pop up and distract me. Oh, also, Leslie sent me this stitch marker as part of the Scrappy Advent. It's a cute little Christmas tree. So I thought it would be fun and just perfect to have this be my progress keeper stitch marker on the Christmas stocking. So I'll go ahead and put it here on the row that I last finished. There we go. Okay, so next week I will hopefully have 3 finished stockings to show you. Cross your fingers. Okay, so we went over project updates. We went over a quick little Vlogmas chat. Let me tell you my knitting plans. Again, it's going to be the Christmas stocking and then daily cranking. There you go. Reiterated for your enjoyment. Okay, next we have acquisitions. Now, also, oh my gosh, am I just the queen of redundancy? Because basically, I'm just telling you everything before I am supposed to tell it to you. But for acquisitions, obviously, I got the Scrappy Advent calendar from Leslie. I'm only 2 days in, and it's been a total blast. I think Leslie filmed her, the act of compiling this and making it for me. So that should go live, I think, at the end of the month because she's not trying to spoil it for me. So consider it. So if you want to see how Leslie made this Advent calendar, make sure that you check out her page, Knit California, and keep an eye out for when that video goes live. And then also another redundancy, another acquisition I got was the yarn to finish my rainy day tee, which I love so much. So that's it for acquisitions. And now I guess we're just breakneck speed going to announcements. So shall I announce to you my announcements? Okay, I will. Only one announcement. We have 3 spots. I held up the correct number of fingers this time. 3 spots left on the Scotland Knitting Tour. We still have room for you. We still have room for your friend. They do not have to knit. We have room for knitters and non-knitters, and it's going to be a great time. So again, we're starting in Edinburgh. You'll be met at the Edinburgh airport for a private transfer to our first hotel, the Dalmahoy Hotel on the outskirts of Edinburgh. It's a beautiful estate, country club. It looks like it could be Downton Abbey's little sister. It's so cute. We'll be staying there for 2 nights at the beginning of the tour, and then we'll start making our way into the Scottish Highlands. We'll go to Glasgow, to Oban, to Inverness, and then we'll come back down to Edinburgh after we've had knitting workshops, weaving workshops, watching and walking with wool demonstration, visiting some Outlander filming locations, and they're like historical sites also, like Culloden Battlefield didn't become important because of Outlander, but if you're an Outlander fan, you know, you may be interested in that. Also, I haven't watched the new season or the new like episodes, the second half of the current season that have come out recently. I need to do that. Maybe I'll do that over winter break. But yeah, 3 spots left. Would love to have you. If you want to come, what's stopping you? Join us. Come to Scotland with me. We'll have a great time. And what else did I have to tell you? A big fat nothing, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's it. So I'll go ahead and leave it here. I think that this will probably be a short and sweet episode because did I just talk 100 miles an hour? Feels like it. Whatever. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you. You're so long-suffering and patient and kind. So thanks. I appreciate you. Oh, also, I have some new subscribers, I think probably because of Vlogmas. So if you're watching the podcast for the first time, welcome. I hope you liked it. And if you didn't, you know, this is kind of the way it is over here. So I'm not going to say stick around because you know, this is different than normal. No, this is normal. Okay, I don't even know where to go from there, so I'm just going to say goodbye. Bye.